What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my bands, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big no. Gotta
just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wentz now on first down, and his first look is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Shorty.
Wentz now on first down. Finding room to the 20. Ertz has it left side. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Great 15. 80. 82. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
They run with Ajayi. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Wentz on third down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try to run with a J. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down. Cannon off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clem Dix with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Run. Here,
Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Cannon, left side, caught by Matthews. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Cannon. Try to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Cannon flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cannon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hammond. Touchdown, Washington! As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins are able to make this a close game again.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. On play action, Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Ajayi, and he stopped immediately there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
82.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Cannon steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. A quick throw, but incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on 2nd down. Cannon. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start out on the ground with a Ajay. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Play action. Now Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz going to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And here come the Redskins now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On the handoff, it's Geis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On 3rd down, Cannon. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Operating from the gun, Cannon. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route. allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now Wentz again. Fighting, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Wentz. Buying time to his left. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Cannon, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Cannon. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Cannon, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 82 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Leopard!
Looking to throw on second down. Cannon throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch him now, Barney! Hot! Gun!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And Matthews has it right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down.
Hurry up, here we go!
Operating from the gun. Cannon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Cannon. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run the option right here on first down. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Looking to throw. Cannon. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Derek Barnett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Cannon. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the gun, Cannon. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Eagles. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. Shedding the tackle. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Cannon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Cannon. Throw left side complete. That's Hammond. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on second down. Cannon. And Matthews makes the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Redskins on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Cannon. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Cannon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Redskins on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun. cannon. Powerful running. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. This is Ajayi. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
And they'll go ground game here, the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They run again with Ajayi. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Wentz. Escape, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go.
From the gun, Cannon. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Dancing to his left. Jordan Reed has it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to throw. Cannon stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now. Blue line.
To throw on 2nd down. Cannon. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He's back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Black. Back man. Push on.
And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hammond. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. with 2 seconds left in regulation. This to force overtime. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
We're good.
And they'll run it here. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Trey 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Go. Trey 15.
Again, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Cannon. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Cannon. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never cooked anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a